Good morning, students. So, last class we were seeing about the chapter food. Where does it come from? So, we have seen yesterday, not that means last class. So, the first chapter food. Where does it come from? We have seen that ingredients, okay, and necessity of food. What is the necessity of food? What are the ingredients? We have taken some examples like tea, rice, sambar. So those all we have considered. So now in this class, actually it has to be told earlier only, but now you write the definition of food. Of course, it's not there for your syllabus, but when you are reading for it, it is very important. You should know the definition of the food. So what is food? Any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink, or you can say all living beings that is eat or drink or the plants absorb in order to maintain life and growth is called food. Why you need that? Because we want to maintain the life as well as the growth. We all need our food for the growth of our body, growth of our life. Okay, see, not only we, every animals, every plants, insects, living organism, they all need the food. Without food, there is no growth at all. So what is food? Any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink or plants absorb in order to maintain life and growth is called as food. So it should be a nutritious substance. When it comes to animal, that means human beings like us, that we call them as people, and animals or insects, either they have to eat it or they have to drink it. So we have to consider water also as a food. Then plants should absorb it in order to maintain life and growth. Then we call it as food. Plant will absorb. Plant will absorb the water from the soil. Plant will absorb the nitrogen materials from the soil. So that way it regulates its life and it regulates its growth. So what is the necessity of food? Why we need food? The question is, what is the necessity of food? Why we need the food? So here are some points. You can see here. This is called necessity of food. Necessity of food. Or why we need food? Why we need food? Okay, let me say here. Why we need food are these points. Why we need, or animal beings or plants. The need of food. Not only we can consider here plants also. We can consider here animals, insects. So all living beings. So let me say why living beings. Why living beings need food. Why they need the food. Why they want the food. Why living beings need food. The first is for their growth. Living beings need the food for their growth. Living beings want to grow, no? We all want to grow. Plants want to grow. Animals, insects, they all want to grow. There should be the growth. Okay, without growth, there is nothing is admirable in life. That means everything should be grown. We want growth. Animals want growth. Insects want growth. Then plants also want growth. Human beings want growth. That means for the growth of living beings, food is must. Food is needed for the growth of living beings. So first point is the growth of food. The growth, food is needed. Food is needed for the growth. Second one, to provide energy for doing work. Of course, I am doing work now, I am teaching now, you are listening now, you are writing, so you do some works. Okay, you might run, you might walk. Okay, you will do little bit some other works like that. So for that, these all works we need a kind of energy, no? What is the energy? Capacity to do work. So for that, capacity is needed, energy is needed. Where that energy has to come? That energy has to come from the swallowing or eating of the food or drinking of the food, for plants absorbing of the food. So that energy is being given by food material. So to provide energy for doing work, food materials are needed, or food is needed to provide energy for doing work. For the repair and replacement of damaged tissue. See here, third one is very important. You can easily understand these two. Third one is, see, for the repair and replacement of damaged tissues. See, when we have to repair or replacement of the damaged tissue, the food is needed. That means, suppose in a plant one tissue is damaged, so that has to be repaired. For that, food is needed. Or somewhere you have a wound, then there might be a repair of tissue. That should be okay. So tissue has been damaged, so for that you need food. When you need food, the energy will be consumed by your body. Then the food will be converted into the blood. So that blood flows to that wound and it will become repaired. So in other words, what we can say, when there is a tissue is damaged, for example in a plant a tissue is damaged, then we need to water it more and more, so that it gets the more and more water from the soil, so that it starts growing, so that then there will be a new or replacement of the damaged tissue, repair of that damaged tissue. So the fourth one, to provide resistance and protection against diseases from infection. See, food is needed to provide resistance and protection against diseases from infection. Now all you know what is the situation right now in the world. So the COVID-19 has been almost spreading all over the world. So to provide resistance, we have to provide resistance. What is resistance? The immunity. We need the immunity of the body. We want the immunity of the body so that we can avoid the diseases. The diseases will not come to the humans if they have more immunity. So if they have the more immunity, means we need for that food. You might have observed or you might have seen somewhere now, kashayas has been drunk. That means Ayurvedic drinks has been taken to increase the body strength, to increase the immunity level of the body. So for that is also food. Okay. Then you all are, for if you are small child, when you are about 4 to 5 years old, 6 years old, you instead of taking tablets when you are ill, you used to have tonics. Okay, those tonics are nothing but the food. So why they are used? Because they have to, one thing, they have to repair the damaged tissue, one, or then they will increase the resistance of your body, and they do the protection against diseases from infection. See, there are some infections. Suppose if you have, for example, I am saying, if a dog bites you, then there might be any infection. For that, you go to the hospital, and they will insect you the injection. They will inject you the injection. So that injection is also a kind of food, of course. Okay, so there are some materials in the injection, so that will reach to your body and that repair the damaged tissue, and it will avoid the infection that happens by the dog bite. Okay, so these are the things you should remember. So when you have more immunity, means you will be resistant to the diseases. you will be resistant to the infections of the diseases. So for that reason, you have to have nutritious food. So if you have the nutritious food, if your body is fit, then there will be a resistance to the diseases that are occurring to you. So this is must and most important thing to provide resistance and protection against diseases from infection. I hope you understood this. The why living beings need food and definition of food. Please make a note down of this. Take a screenshot. See, I will move little bit this side, so you can take the screenshot. If you are watching in YouTube, take the screenshot and yeah, try it. Okay, sorry students, there is an interruption of laptop. Okay, so here we discussed about these things. So next we will go from your textbook, that is food materials. Okay, so we are going from your textbook, that is food materials you have to understand. Okay, see here what happens, food materials and sources. So that is the important thing we have to study now. So I hope you understood now everything regarding food and the why we need for the food. So I hope everything is clear. So now we'll understand food materials and sources. So food materials we have seen, that is the ingredients. Now have to see the sources. See, there are mainly we consider two sources. Of course there is another source, third source we can call them. See, they have this is a different source. Okay, we'll see. Now you are eating rice in your home. You are eating chapati, you are eating roti, you are eating sambar. So of course some might be eating egg, chicken and all those things. So these all are coming from a source, whether it is a plant source or animal source. So the food materials, if they come from plant source, those are called plant foods. That means plant source foods. So some materials can come from animal source. So those are animal source foods. Okay, for example, let me say, if you open the page number 2 of your textbook, so there are food materials and sources. Of course, there is one table. I hope you can observe there. Ingredients used to prepare food items and their sources. Ingredients used to prepare food items and their sources. So first one they have given idli, that is rice. The ingredients we have discussed in last class. So idli, what we need? Rice, urad dal, salt and water. So rice, of course it is a plant. Urad dal means, so it is also a kind of dal. So dal means it has to come from plant. So it is also a plant sources, that is it's a plant source. Salt and water. See, salt and water. Salt comes from what? Sea water. Isn't it? Sea water is the main source of salt. How the salt is taken out? That is from sea water. You can see sea water is salty. Because of that reason, salt is taken from sea water. So sea water is a source of salt. Of course, water is a source of water. See, you cannot consider, so you can consider water as the source maybe from earth, but let us take water as source of water only. You cannot consider this water and sea water are sources from animals or plants. See, these two are the sources that makes a different source from plants and animals. So plant source, animal source or other source we can say. That is third source, that is water is and salt. They make the different source other than plant and animals. Sure, whether tell me, so water is coming from plant. Can we get the water from plant? No. Can we get the water from any animal? No. So, can we get the water from animal? No. Can we get the water from plant? No. Same thing with salt. Can we get the salt from plant or animal? No. So then the salt and water makes a other one, other source they can make. Third type of source it is. Okay. So next we can see there chicken curry. Ingredients: chicken, spices, oil or ghee, water. Chicken, of course, it will come from animal. Chicken itself is animal. Then spices. Spices, this means what are the spices we are putting to that chicken chili. We are in the sense those who are making the chicken. They are putting to the chicken chili. Okay, chicken curry. So that spices are from plant sources. Of course, you can make their spices. You can with pencil you can write spices from plant source. Oil and ghee sometimes from plants, sometimes from animals. Oil and ghee we can say. So I think it's from plants only. Plants or animals. Sometimes with animals also they will get the ghee or oil. Okay, oil and ghee, that is, if you take ghee, it is from animal. How from animal? See how the ghee is. Ghee means, you know, tupa. How it is made? It has to be done from benne. Okay, so ತುಪ್ಪ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಎದರಿಂದ ಬರ್ತದ, ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಹಸುವಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಅಥವಾ ಎಮ್ಮೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾಲಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸೊ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಿನ ಮೊಸರು ತೆಗೆದು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದಂಗಾತು? ಹಸು ಅಥವಾ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಅದಂಗಾತು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, flesh food is different. So milk is the animal source, curd is the animal source, buttermilk is the animal source. Similarly, from there we can consider oil and ghee are coming from plants and animal source. So that you have to understand. Water, from water, third source. No, don't worry. Kheer means, you know, kheer. Okay, very sweet product we can see. Milk, of course, from animal. Just now I told milk is coming from animal. So which are the animals that are giving us milk? Of course, first one, cow, buffalo. So we use these. And other animals, if they give the milk, like goat gives milk, then sheep gives milk, we can say. So you can say some other animals, you can list them which are giving us milk. So rice is coming from plant. Of course, akki illindra bartada, plant inda bartada. Okay, sugar, plant source inda. Sugar means sakre. So how we are getting the sugar? Sugar is being taken from sugar cane. Okay, if you are in Mudarno, you almost know this. There are a lot of factories of sugar cane around us. So ಕಬ್ಬು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಬ್ಬು. ಸೊ ಕಬ್ಬನ್ನು ಇದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ, ಶುಗರ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ. ಶುಗರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. So these things you should have to observe. These are the things that plant or animal source where they considered. So these all ingredients are coming from plant or animal source. So I hope you all understood this concept of food, why we need food, ingredients of food, sources of food, plant source, animal source, and third other source. So we can consider these all things. So we hope we understood this, you understood this. So one thing you should remember: milk, curd, ghee, buttermilk. These all are the food that are coming from animal source. And other foods like water and salt are coming from third source, or you can make it as other source, except plant and animals. They are not coming from plant and animals. So plant means almost all the vegetarian normal, what we can say, dal foods, rice, the normal carbohydrates, whatever we are eating, that is chapati, rice, roti, dal, spices. So these all are, and many more are there, these all are coming from plant source means. So these are the foods from plant sources. So this is the regarding your food second day, that is source of food grains. So you can see in your textbook there are a lot of things. See, there is a one question in page number 3. So one girl is there, there is a one question if you can see there. So all of you please open the textbook and see. Paheli wants to know if any of our food comes from sources other than plants and animals. Of course, salt and water are coming from the neither plant nor animal. That means salt and water are the food that are coming from other than plants and animals. So you should be knowing this. Okay, so this is regarding your second day concept. So you have to understand ingredients. That's the food materials that are needed to prepare the food are called ingredients. There are one ingredient, two ingredient, three ingredients in a food. So definition of food, why we need food, sources of food. So we all come across this. Next we will see the edible parts. In the next class, in the upcoming classes, we see the edible parts, plants or plant parts. That means plant parts which give us the food. So that we can call it as edible parts. So let me finish it in very quick with this definition. Food, what is food? This is important. What is food and why we need food? That is any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink or the plants absorb in order to maintain the life and growth is called as food. So why do we need food? For the growth of living beings. Why living beings need food? For the growth of living beings, to provide energy for doing work, for the repair and replacement of the damaged tissue, to provide the immunity or the resistance and protection against diseases from infection. So these are the things we have to understand. So these are the things you have to write when the question is asked as why living beings need food. What is the necessity of food? What is the importance of food? So for all that you have to write this as the answer. Okay. So food sources are plant source, animal source, and other than this also salt and water are making the other source, that is third source, except plant and animals. So I hope you all are clear with this. So we'll see the remaining concepts of this chapter in the next class.